What's cracking, Jack? You are in the jungle. 15 games on the docket in Major League Baseball for Tuesday, September 9th. We're going to break down every single game and come up with a best bet for all of them right here, right now. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. We're going to break down every single game on the Major League Baseball slate for Tuesday, and I'm going to give you a best bet for every single one of them. And I'm going to leave two links for you in the comments section. The first link is for my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5 and no further obligation, you get my best bet of the day text right to your phone, along with complete analysis as to why it's my favorite. The second link is to become a Jungle member. And for as little as 55 cents a day, you can become a member, get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning. You get access to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine on any other bet that you're considering placing. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. Today's video is brought to you by Outlier.bet, the top name in sports betting research, and by Red Lobster. Join us December 3rd at participating locations for Steve Harvey Night. First game, we're looking at Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Mike Burrow going for the Pirates. We have Kyle Bradish going for the Orioles. Pittsburgh has won Burrow's last 3 starts, and he's allowed 1 run or less in 4 straight starts. Bradish has been good for the O's since coming off the IL. He had 2 starts and allowed 4 hits in each of those 2 games since he's been back. Baltimore has a better bullpen at the moment. They have an ERA of just 1.52 over the last 7 days, but a high fatigue rate. They've pitched 23 2/3 innings over the last week, which is a lot for a bullpen. But they're not as fatigued as the Pirates bullpen, who's pitched a league-high 36 2/3 innings, good God, over the last 7 days, most in baseball. Both offenses have been relatively stale. The Orioles are batting .229 over their last 7 games, but they're 5-2. They found ways to win. Pittsburgh batting just .210 over their last 7, and they're 2-5 in those 7 games. The Pirates are 22-47 on the road this season, second worst in baseball. The money line's sitting around -160 on most books. That's too expensive, and we don't lay 1.5 runs with the home team. The play here is the Orioles on the alternate line of -1. Kansas City at Cleveland, rookie Noah Cameron going for the Royals, Joey Cantillo for the Guardians. Cameron was cruising right along until his last 2 games, where he's given up a total of 9 earned runs to the Angels and the White Sox. Cantillo has taken a bit of a different path as of recent from Cameron. He started off not as good, but has given up just 1 earned run or fewer in each of his last 3 starts. Both bullpens are in good shape. I currently have the Guardians ranked 3rd at the moment, 2.25 ERA over the last 7 days and a low fatigue rate. And I have the Royals bullpen ranked 8th at the moment, 3.15 ERA over the last week and a low fatigue rate as well. Cleveland batting .249 over their last 7 games. The Royals batting a league low .203 in their last 7. It's a very important series for these teams as Kansas City sits 2 games out of wild card spot and the Guardians 2.5 games out of the wild card spot. I'm going with the home team here. I like the Guardians on the money line. Washington at Miami, Mitchell Parker going for the Nats. We have Adam Mazer going for the Marlins. I think we see runs in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Parker has an ERA of 5.87. Mazer has an ERA of 5.74. And these bullpens have a combined ERA of 9.36. I think we go up and over the total in Nationals Marlins. Mets at the Phillies, a pair of lefties, Sean Manaea going for the Metropolitans, Ranger Suarez for the Phillies, and the edge goes to Suarez here. Manaea has not been himself since returning to the team from the injured list this season. He's got a 5.60 ERA, and the Mets have lost 7 of his last 10 starts. Philadelphia holds the bullpen edge as well. I have them ranked 5th going into Tuesday with an ERA of 2.08 over the last 7 days and a fatigue factor of just 5.2 out of 10. The Mets bullpen I currently have ranked 16th. ERA of 4.50 over the last week and a fatigue rate of 4.2. Both offenses can hit. The question is, which offense shows up against which pitching staff? And I like the home team to have the advantage in every way. Give me the Phillies on the money line. Detroit at the Yankees. Casey Mize going for the Tigers. Will Warren for the Bronx Bombers. Now, Mize had a good outing last game against the Mets, but besides that, up to that, he's been getting rocked. I think that Will Warren's a better option for Tuesday. He had a blow-up game against the Red Sox August 23rd, but besides that game, he hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in 5 of his last 6 starts. Yankees bullpen's in better shape at the moment. I have them ranked 17th with a slightly better ERA and slightly lower fatigue rate than the Tigers. In both those categories, I have the Tigers 23rd right now. But the Yankees batting just .216 over their last 7, fifth lowest in baseball. Detroit batting .250 in that time. The Yankees have found ways to win, though. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, and the Tigers just 4-6. The games mean more to the Yankees as well, as they're fighting for positioning, where the Tigers are running away with the AL Central. I think the difference in this game will be the home field and the power in the Yankees' bats against a vulnerable Tigers starting pitching and bullpen. Yankees on the money line is the play. Astros at the Blue Jays, 2 AL division leaders going at it here in Toronto. The second start of the season for Luis Garcia for Houston, and Jose Barrios, La Máquina, they call him, the machine, for Toronto. Barrios has been a winning machine, no pun intended, for Toronto. The Blue Jays have won 10 of his last 13 starts. People are afraid to back the Blue Jays bullpen at the moment, and that's mostly because they have blown the lead in some high-profile games lately that have been on TV, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Remember, the last thing you saw isn't the only thing that you saw. In the last 7 days, they have an ERA of 3.14 and a low fatigue rate with high leverage arms available for the series. Toronto holds the offensive edge in this game as well with the highest team batting average in baseball. And they have a home field record of 45-24. Astros just 35-34 on the road. To play in this game is Toronto on the money line. Cubs at Atlanta. We have Cade Horton going for Chicago, and we have Spencer Strider for the Braves. There's no reason to bet against Horton at the moment. He's allowed 2 runs or less in 9 straight starts, and he's just held this Braves team scoreless through 5 innings September 3rd. Signed Spencer Strider up for the unfortunate club of having Tommy John surgery and not coming back the same. He's 5-12 on the season. Man, it's a shame to see the shape that he's in with an ERA of 4.97, and he's allowed 24 earned runs in his last 5 starts. Cubs bullpen's also in better form than the Braves at the moment. I have Atlanta ranked 28th going into Tuesday with an ERA over the last 7 days of 7.86. There's a wide gap between these offenses and the power capabilities that the offenses possess as well. The Cubs are sitting on the money line at a mysterious price of -102 on most books. Let's not overthink this. Paralysis by analysis in this case. Take the Cubs on the money line. Milwaukee at Texas. Fastball Freddie Peralta for the Brew Crew. Jack Leiter. Hey, that's Al's kid. Going for the Rangers. Brewers hold every edge in this game. Peralta leads Major League Baseball in wins. Well, he's tied with 16, but he's one of the 3 leaders. They're second in Major League Baseball in team average behind Toronto, and they hold the current bullpen edge as well. I have them ranked 4th coming into Tuesday's matchup with a 2.77 ERA and a fatigue rate of just 3.8 out of 10 over the last 7 days. They've only worked 13 innings in the past week to play in this game. Brewers on the money line. Tampa Bay at the White Sox. Adrian Hauser going against his former mates. And for Tampa Bay, we have Andres Gomez going for let me back that up. We're starting over on that one. Tampa Bay at the White Sox. Adrian Hauser going for Tampa Bay against his former mates, and Andres Gomez going for the White Sox. Gomez is what you would expect for a young pitcher that the White Sox brought up just to get experience going into next year. He's got a 4.79 ERA and a whip north of 1.55. Hauser is going against his old mates, as I said, and he started the season off great, but he's regressed a little bit. Still good numbers on the year, though, with a 3.01 ERA and a 1.29 whip. He certainly holds the edge here for starting pitchers for the Rays. The Sox bullpen has struggled this season, but better in the recent games. In the last 7 days, the White Sox bullpen has a 1.93 ERA, Tampa Bay at 3.53. But all things considered, Tampa Bay holds the bullpen edge here overall, a much better bullpen. Both teams are hitting well at the moment. They're both in the top 10 in team averages over their last 7 games. White Sox are finding ways to win. They're sitting on the money line for plus money on most books here, and they're 6-1 in their last 7 games. They also have the 5th most runs scored in baseball since the All-Star break. Tampa Bay has the 5th least. I like the White Sox on the money line for plus money. Minnesota at the Angels. We have Zebby Matthews going for the Twins and Kyle Hendricks for the Angels. We're going straight at the Minnesota pitching staff here. Zebby Matthews has a road ERA of 5.77 and very vulnerable to the home run ball. Gives up a ton of home runs. The Twins bullpen has an ERA of 8.28 over the last 7 days and a very high fatigue rate, 9.3 out of 10. We're taking the Angels team total over in this game. Cincinnati at San Diego, Zach Littell going for the Reds. And we have Michael King for the Padres. Now, the problem with Zach Littell is he gives up a ton of home runs. He's given up more home runs than any starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. He gave up 4 home runs last game against the Blue Jays. It's just Michael King's second start back from the IL, and there's certainly beyond a pitch count. He only pitched 2 innings last game versus Boston, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs in those 2 innings. The goal with King is to get him ready for the postseason. So it's tough to really know what to expect from Michael King here. But we do know what to expect from the Padres bullpen. It's a bullpen who's been good all season long, and they should be in the game relatively early. I have them ranked 5th right now in my bullpen rankings, and I have the Reds bullpen currently ranked 27th coming into Tuesday with an ERA of 8.44 over the last 7 days. Cincinnati betting 274 in their last 7, San Diego 263. I think home field matters here. The Padres 43-25 at home, Cincinnati 32-37 on the road. I think the Padres can do enough damage against Zach Littell, and I trust that bullpen with an extended presence in this game. The money line's too expensive, and we don't lay 1.5 runs with a home team. Give me the Padres on the alternate line of -1. Cardinals at the Mariners. Matthew Liberatore going for St. Louis, George Kirby for Seattle. Kirby holds the edge here, especially at home, but the Cardinals' bullpen's in better shape at the moment. St. Louis has a bullpen ERA of just 1.47 over the last week compared to the Mariners, who have an ERA of 4.37 over the last week. Both these offenses have been the definition of inconsistent, but with home field and a huge power edge that Seattle possesses, I have to go with the home team Mariners on the money line in this game. Arizona at San Francisco, Zach Gallen going for the Diamondbacks and Robbie Ray for the Giants. These pitchers have flipped how they've performed early and how they're performing now. Gallen had a miserable season, but he's been better. He's been good in his last 3 starts. He's allowed just 1 earned run over his last 18 innings pitched. Robbie Ray has taken the opposite path. He started the season great, but has now allowed 13 earned runs in his last 3 starts. Giants bats are red hot, hottest in baseball, 325 team average over the last 7 games, and Arizona's batting .239 in their last 7. Both bullpens dealing with low fatigue rate at the moment. Arizona has been better over the last 7 days, but the Giants have had a much better bullpen all season long. Giants are 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. Diamondbacks are 4 games out, not mathematically eliminated. I'm surprised to see the over-under sitting at 7.5 here on a really good price, like -110, -105 on most books. With Robbie Ray's current form and the volatility and control problems that Zach Gallen possesses, 2 offenses that are in very good form that possess power right now, and the Giants have scored 103 runs their last 15 games, the most of any team in baseball. 2 bullpens that don't scare us either. We're playing the over 7.5 in Giants Diamondbacks. Red Sox at the A's, Dusty May going for Boston, Jeffrey Springs for the A's. Dusty May stinks. He has an ERA up near 5 and a whip over 1.5, and I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Jeffrey Springs is the better option here. He's 10-10, an ERA of 4.13 and a whip of 1.18. A's bullpen has a 4.50 ERA over the last 7 days. Boston 5.85, but a slightly better fatigue rate. A's 84 runs their last 15 games, Boston 70. And Roman Anthony, the cog that makes that machine turn, is out of the lineup. I like the A's at home on the money line. In the last game we're looking at, Colorado at the Dodgers, Germán Marquez going for the Rockies and Emmett Sheehan going for the Dodgers. Probably my least favorite game on the board. Sheehan's a better option here. Marquez has an ERA north of 6 and a whip of 1.77. There's no bullpen worse in baseball than the Colorado Rockies bullpen. Ain't no bullpen worse than yours. 30th, I have them ranked, ERA of 7.96 over the last week and a fatigue rate of 10. Dodgers bullpen has been perfect, but much better than Colorado's. Any sort of price that you get here to back the Dodgers won't be worth the juice. The play in this game, if I had to make one, I want to avoid the Rockies bullpen at all costs, and the Dodgers bats haven't been that good. I would play the total for the first 5 innings under in Rockies and Dodgers. Let's have a day, Jungle Nation, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.